Though Boston was the heavy favorite to win the Eastern Conference Finals after their comeback against Philly, it seems like all hope is lost for the Celtics after their last game. Miami's been playing insane, and after Boston failed to ball out on Game 3, it's looking like they might get swept by the 8th seed Miami Heat. Though Miami's been playing insanely well, it's hard to not look at the Celtics as frauds for the way they've been playing. The Celtics have 2 current All-Star NBA players and the former Defensive Player of the Year with Tatum, Brown, and Smart. However, they're still letting 4 undrafted players on the Miami Heat score 15+ points a game. Though New England believed in the Green, things really took a turn during a critical Game 3 this weekend when Jimmy Butler barely had to play, and Miami still beat Boston by almost 30 points.
You guys just looked completely lost after the first 6 minutes. What exactly happened out there?
I just didn't have him ready to play.
Coach Mazzulla tried to take all the blame like a good coach, saying it's his fault for not having his players ready, but it goes much deeper than that. As Boston crashes and burns, they seem a far cry away from Tatum dropping 51 points on the Sixers to solidify their win in Game 7, and him calling himself the greatest player may not age as well as he'd hope.
I'm one of the best basketball players in the world. You know, go through struggles, go through slumps. It's a long game.
Though Tatum could still step it up, he's become significantly more humble during the series, only scoring 14 points in Game 3. Tatum does not shout the blame though, as his teammates have not been doing any better. Jaylen Brown has been absolutely absent this series, averaging only 16 points per game after being named to the All-NBA second team. Both of these stars seem to finally be finding momentum in the postseason over the last 2 years, but now that they're finally getting to the right position to win it all, they've completely taken their foot off the gas. During Game 3, it was obvious that the Celtics just did not care and had already given up. They came into the series being the heavy favorites to win and allowed that to get to their heads. Boston may still have time to stage a comeback, but no team has ever won a series after being down 3-0, and between the Lakers and Celtics, there's not a lot of room for first-time miracles. Miami's been playing insanely well though, and this time it's not just Jimmy Butler trying to show the world that he's in fact Jordan's long-lost son. The Heat currently have 4 players who went undrafted in their class that have been playing lights out this series, proving every other team wrong. Caleb Martin, Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, and Duncan Robinson all carried the Heat through the Game 3, scoring a combined total of 79 points, more than all of Boston's starting lineup. When Boston does end up losing the series though, it'll be very interesting to see where they end up, because many teams have been very disappointing this series in both conferences, and it'll lead to a shakeup in the NBA. The ratings would be better if the finals had an LA and Boston matchup. A Denver and Miami finals could do great for the actual league. Both teams have incredible depth in their roster, which has been on full display during the finals. Boston was credited with having a good roster, as well as their off-season pickups were meant to add more depth, but there's clearly a bigger problem here. The media has been pushing the narrative that LA and Boston is what we should expect, and though Boston losing 3 games to Miami is a crazy upset, maybe Miami's just better. They clearly want it more with the way they're playing, and they have nothing to lose compared to the teams they've been going up against. The 2023 playoffs though have had some crazy surprises, but the biggest stories may end up being how the East has been exposed by other teams. With Milwaukee going out the first round and the 76ers now looking to possibly rebuild after a sad defeat to Boston, no one would have guessed that it would have been the 8th seed Miami team now looking as a favorite to win the East. As Denver look closer and closer as a championship team, it'll be interesting to see if the Heat's playoff magic can go from the East to West. But if you love the finals,